What's up, you guys? Welcome to beautiful Vermont. We are here at the peak season of autumn, which is the most beautiful place on earth around this time of year. And today I'm gonna be taking you guys along for a tour with our brand new 2023 Pottery Barn Airstream. Jordan and I decided to call this Airstream our home because we knew 5 years ago when we started living nomadically and started our channel, the Nomadic Movement, we wanted to live nomadically for the long haul. So we decided to invest in this so that we could not only be comfortable on the road, but also have the flexibility to travel and go wherever we wanted to. So we decided on this 28-foot Airstream because it gave us the flexibility to not only be able to connect on grid for electricity and water, but also has the luxury to be able to go off grid for all 4 seasons. So right at the front of the Airstream where the hitch is, this is where the storage of 2 very important things that we're gonna be needing crucially here in Vermont winters. So we have 2 20-pound propane tanks. And not only is this gonna be super crucial for cooking, but we're also gonna be using this for our hot water and our heat within the inside. And right behind the tanks are 2 100 amp hour Battle-Born lithium batteries. So for all you fellow van lifers, RV lifers, off-grid lifers, you will know that the Battle-Born batteries are the best of the best. And it even comes with a little heat pad here. So when we go into below freezing temperatures up here in Vermont, these batteries will be very much protected. And then of course we have the hitch system right here, which is all hydraulic. It's very easy to use, up and down. And the amazing thing is that it's super easy to be able to take on and off of our truck. So we don't have to uproot our whole lives and pack everything away to be able to just whip to the grocery store real fast. So not only does this Airstream have a shower, it has 2 showers. Jordan and I are not used to having not only a shower, but 2 showers. So we have an indoor shower, of course, and then we also have this handy dandy outdoor shower that we can use, especially for camping or at the beach. Super handy. And then all along the side here, you have all of your very standard RV hookups. So you have cable, electricity. This one here, you plug a hose in, and then that is where you have the hookups to your RV water. But if you want to go off grid, you can hook up a hose to fill a fresh water tank, which holds 37 gallons of fresh, nice, delicious, cold or hot water. So for all you Englishmen out there, this is what we like to call the boot. Or if you're in the United States of America, we like to call it the trunk. So this is actually really spacious. We like to put our furniture. We have outdoor furniture out here. And then there's another little section right here. So this is where we store all of our hoses and stuff for all of our hookups. So I've never done this before. This is usually Jordan's job, but these buttons here are for the stabilizers. So my first thought when I saw these stands was that it made the Airstream level, which apparently you're really never ever supposed to do it that way or use these in that way. These are basically just to keep the Airstream stable so that when you're walking around, it doesn't shake. So one thing that I am absolutely awful at is interior design. I have my Pinterest pages and I'm really good at, that, but when it comes to actually bringing it into the real world, it's just not there. So one of the amazing things is the collaboration with this Airstream with Pottery Barn, and they did all of the interior design of the inside of the space as well as the outside. So it came with all of this furniture here and this little thingamajig. I don't know what you would call this thingamajig, but this is a nice little place where you can put your food, drinks, if you're hosting. It's just nice to have a little bit of extra counter space when you're outside. And then underneath here is actually another outdoor outlet. So when you're out here watching a football game, watching your Netflix, you can plug your phone charger in right here, laptop charger, get some work done. Nice little space for that. So one of my favorite things about this Airstream are all 3 awnings. Yes, 3 awnings. So we have this little one here that mostly acts as a protection from the sun back in the master bedroom. And then we have this front awning over here, which really extends our living space so that we have all this space out here to hang out in when it's raining or if it's super, super sunny and hot outside. And then we have this kind of little guy on the back side that mostly just acts as a protection from the sun from the inside of the Airstream so that it keeps it nice and cool on a hot day. So before we go inside, I just want to quickly show you guys this door. So this is pretty incredible. It acts as a screen door, which you can So to be completely honest, one of the things that initially turned me away from getting an Airstream was the interior of them. There was never really any that I saw that I fell in love with until this one. Airstreams are very much known to last a super long time. I mean, you see some from the 60s and 70s rolling down the highway. They last forever. And they're known for the materials to be very high quality. But in my opinion, most of them out there, I'm not in love with the interior. So I'm super excited to share with you guys the interior of this one because I feel like it's a totally different feel than a lot of the other ones that are out there. With Jordan and I's pretty hectic, adventurous, busy lifestyle, we have this awesome little drawer here that we can just kind of keep all of our shoes, towels for Lola to dry her off before she comes in the Airstream, her leash, just anything and everything that we need when we're on the go. So this is our control panel right here. This basically controls all of the lights on the interior, lights on the exterior, and also our awning. So we can control bringing it in, taking it out, the angle of the awning, and then we also have this awesome feature that's the onboard mode. So we click that and it basically just turns all of the lights and the water pump on when we walk in, and then we can click this away mode, and when we click that, it gives us 15 seconds to walk out the door and everything just shuts down. So the second you walk into this thing, you instantly feel at home. It doesn't feel like a trailer, especially in this living room here. This couch here, it's not your typical trailer couch that a lot of times would convert into a bed. Sometimes it's a little not really on the comfortable side. This one here is an actual couch that you would typically find in a home. So all of these pillows, the blanket, the light fixtures, the curtains, everything was designed by Pottery Barn. So not only is it super beautiful and very homey feeling, but they did not forget to bring in the whole functionality aspect that Airstream is so very well known for. So under here you'll find two drawers, which right now we're storing a lot of Sadie's stuff, and then over here we got a couple books and her winter suit. And then this is probably my favorite part of this space. This little secretive compartment under here turns into an airplane table. So perfect place to have a little cup of coffee, snack. You can watch TV or get a little bit of work done. Just these lights here, I feel like bring in a total country modern vibe to the whole interior. So this is something I feel like you wouldn't typically see in an RV, and they bring in a nice little ambiance. And then of course, these kind of country vibe cabinets up here, which brings us to where the party happens here inside this Airstream. So this is our little entertainment center. So this is our stereo right here, which allows us to control the speakers of the entire Airstream, the front and the back. It is hooked up all through Bluetooth. And then we have a little USB plug here. And this little plug here allows us to hook up our laptops so that we can stream movies or television shows on the TVs inside here. And then on the left cabinet here, we're mostly just using for storage right now, but the amazing thing is we also have the ability to have Wi-Fi here within the Airstream. We have a little router right here. So we have these awesome blinds, which are very user-friendly. So most of the windows do open up in here, which is awesome because it allows for some fresh air on a beautiful day. And then right here we have our hot water heater. You just click this button, this big red button. Bada bing, bada boom. Muy caliente, amigo. The water is heated by propane, which is great because you can just set the temperature right here. So now this brings us into the kitchen space. I'm actually going to share my first thing that I don't like about this Airstream, and that is this cutting board. So this cutting board was supposed to be made for underneath the trash bin here. There's this little pull out where the cutting board kind of sits right on. You pop it into this plastic thing and you can keep it stored in there and be able to use it above the trash. But after one wash, this thing already warped and it no longer fits on this thing. So we're gonna have to either make our own or somehow try to sand it back into place. But that is one thing that is kind of a bummer. So then you come over to the sink. This is a custom-made Pottery Barn cutting board. It's beautiful, it's functional. I love the way it looks on top of the sink here to be able to hide any of your leftover dirty dishes in the sink. But this one also warped a little bit as well. Definitely not as bad, it still fits in perfectly in here, but you can see it kind of has a little bit of a concave situation going on here. So from top to bottom, we got tons of storage space up here, lots of cabinet space for food. So we got a pretty spacious, beautiful sink right here. All of the water goes down and drains into a 34-gallon gray water tank. And then below the sink, we have tons of storage under here as well. We got these beautiful drawers. It actually also came with all of the mugs, the bowls, the plates, and the cutlery, which is pretty amazing. So we got a 3-burner stove right here, which we have a little countertop that we can put down while we're traveling or we want to just place things on top. And then we also have this exhaust fan here with a little bit of light. A lot of van lifers will use just their max fan as their exhaust fan. That's what we did. We do have one in the front over here, but we also have this exhaust fan which works beautifully when you're cooking. It just sucks up all of that air up there. The cool thing about this stove too is that we could have either gotten a microwave or an oven. I of course chose an oven. I love to cook, I love to bake, so we got a nice just little oven right here, and then these little knobs here actually light up. Look at that. So we can have a little night light at night, or if we're just feeling a little party vibe going on, we get our little neon blue lights happening here. And it really just keeps on going. So from top to bottom, we're doing great on the storage aspect of this whole thing inside here. We open this. Oh, would you look at that? What a buzzkill. So we got about a 3-inch depth. You know, you're definitely not going to fit any pots and pans, but maybe a spice or two. But in all seriousness, we do have an excess of storage in here. So we have this little cabinet above the fridge here, and under there we have a Norcold DC powered freezer and fridge. It's 20 cubic liters, so it is huge. We have so much storage in here. The fridge and the freezer are pretty well stocked right now, but there is still some room in here. There is still some room. And the amazing thing is DC does not really suck a lot of juice, so it doesn't take that much power either. And then we come over to the dining area, which we have this little tablet mounted to the wall. This shows us pretty much everything here. So we have the monitoring of all of our batteries and our solar and all of the electricity. We have the climate control, the awning, the alarms. Everything is controlled from this tablet right here. So on this tablet, we can also control the temperature of the ACs. We have 2 of them mounted to the ceiling of the Airstream here, and then we can actually turn those AC units into heat pumps, which we can only use when we're connected to electricity, but when we do, it's amazing. And then when we're off-grid, we can use the propane furnace, which we've been using a ton recently because it's gotten down to the high 30s up here in Vermont the last couple weeks, and oh my goodness, it is so toasty and so cozy in here when we're using that. This dining area is absolutely incredible because Jordan and I are not used to having a space where we can actually entertain people. So this dining area very comfortably fits 4 people, 6 if you're feeling a little, you know, close and comfy with the company that you're with. But the beauty of it is that this actually turns into a bed as well. So this trailer is designed to sleep 5 people. So this is for 2 right here, 2 in the master bedroom, which we'll make our way over to in a bit, and then 1 person on the couch. So this actually drops down, which I'll show you now. These cushions on strap here, this one over here, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, not too shabby. We do actually have an antenna on the roof that we can have access to some of the local stations, and then we can just pull this little lever here, and this thing maneuvers back and forth. So if you're in the kitchen, you want to have a little more access to the television in the kitchen, you want to have more access when you're outside. What? Now we are making our way to the master bedroom. But first, back it up. But first I'm gonna give you guys a quick little glance to the bathroom area. We have a nice closet here, very, very spacious. We got a shelf on top. We got a full human length size mirror. Now, beautiful skylight above us. We have one here at the back end, and then we also have another one that's in the living area over there as well, which is pretty awesome. I will say the buttons on this thing are very satisfying to press. So this is for the shower light and fan. So we have another little Pottery Barn touch in here with the shower head. This shower looks very small, but it actually is perfect. Just the fact that Jordan and I have hot water with an indoor shower is like mind-blowing. It's amazing. And we also have this little clothesline that we can just pull across here, strap it in, hang up bathing suits, wet clothes, dirty baby clothes, whatever it is that you desire. And then of course we have a little max fan in here so that when you're taking a nice hot steamy shower, it doesn't just totally humidify the interior in here. All of that just gets sucked right up into that fan there. And the toilet sink area is over here. We have a few different lighting situations going on in here. We have the regular, just OG ceiling lights, and then we have two different types of accent lights. Absolutely love those lights. And then this one is a perfect makeup light. So this sink, this is another kind of Pottery Barn feel going on with the circular ceramic sink. And then, you guys, we have a toilet. This is a Nomadic toilet. The pump right here for the water and the flush is just a nice little foot situation. So you fill and then flush. And then it actually has a decent amount of storage space. So we have all of this under here. We also have this in here, which is pretty great. And I almost forgot, we also have all of this space. We also have these curtains that separate the spaces to bring in some privacy. So we have one here, and then there's also another one right here as well that separates the living space to the bathroom area. And last but definitely not least, we're making our way to the master bedroom. This is my favorite part of the whole space. It is just surrounded by windows, but also very capable of feeling private. You can close all of the shades, just as I showed you guys earlier. And also the amazing thing is these lights. There are so many different little unique lights. We have a reading light over here. We got reading lights up here. Airstream literally thought of every single detail throughout this whole entire space. One specifically is when you're laying down in bed and you're like, oh, I forgot to turn the lights off in the living room or the lights off in the kitchen. Hello, Lola. And you're laying in bed and you're just like, oh, I don't want to get up. You can just look up at this and you click sleep mode. Boom. All of the lights in the Airstream go off. That's pretty incredible. We also have another television back here in the master bedroom, which is perfect for when you want to just throw on a movie while you're laying in bed. And then we also have some storage underneath these side tables with these little push extra tabletops. Lots of chargers. We have just the regular outlets here, and then also these USB ones. 2 here and then 2 in here as well. I think the thing that shocked me the most was this feature here, which allows you to pull the bed up and you have all of this storage underneath here. So right now we have this whole section which we're just using for laundry, this whole section which we're using for storage of clothes, and then this whole section which we're using storage for our shoes. So to fill you guys in on a little secret, even though Jordan and I live pretty minimal lives when it comes to having material things, I will say I have kind of an addiction when it comes to clothes. That is one thing I have yet to give up, but we still have all of this storage that we have yet to fill, aka it's time for me to go shopping. Well, you guys, this wraps up the tour of our brand new 2023 Pottery Barn Airstream. I hope you guys enjoyed following along and taking a bit of a deeper sneak peek on the inside. But this is what we plan on living in for probably about 5 months out of the year. We're gonna spend 7 months in Panama and then 5 months here, really all surrounded around this coffee roastery that we're opening up here in Stowe, Vermont, and of course being closer to our family. We're so excited to have this thing and to have so many more adventures to go on and to also live on the road again with our baby girl. So we hope you guys enjoyed this. We love you guys so much. We appreciate all your love, all your support. And if you guys want to follow along our story, our crazy journey, then click the subscribe button down below. But this is where we're going to leave you. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys on the next one.